So, what can we do magic for? So, this video is inspired by, well, sometimes I get into a rut when it comes to, okay, what can I do magic for? So, we might read all sorts of books, as you see behind me, and, we learn a whole bunch of different things about how you can perform magic, like when, according to planetary hours and according to the different astrological cycles, and you know how to work with candles and cords and tools and this and that and the other stuff. So we know the how, but then there's the why. And sometimes if your life is going good, you don't really have reasons to do magic because your life is going pretty well, and problems that come up every now and then, you tackle through the mundane stuff because we should really be doing mundane stuff first because, physical world action is what counts, and magic can support it and push stuff in the right direction. But sometimes I've found myself a couple of times here where I'm like, okay, um, everything's going kind of good. So what kind of magic can I do? And moral of the story is there's always something that you can work on. There's always something that you can make progress towards, whether it is something in your external world or something in your internal world. Every single one of us, if you're perfect, you're lying. If you know you're lying, put it in the comments. um, but every one of us has issues that we need to be working on. Everyone has little goals that, like I said, you can be doing stuff in the mundane world out here, but there's no reason why you can't do a little magic spell stuff to support it. So if stuff is really easy, like if you're planning on losing weight and you're on a diet, you could do some magic to oomph the willpower to stay with that diet, because willpower is something, especially with diets and stuff, that a lot of people tend to have difficulty with. I fall victim to peanut butter quite often. Um, myself. Now, so there's that external world stuff that you can be doing magic for, regardless of what it is. Anytime that you have a new project at work or something, you can simply do a 5-minute spell for it, even if it's just meditating on it or making a sigil for it or lighting a candle or something like that. There's always something that you can do magic for. Even if something is easily done in the mundane world, why not put a little magical oomph in there? Because what you're doing is you're training your energy and you're training your mind and your willpower to go exactly where you want it to go. So even though you're out in the mundane world doing it already, then you can have that magical support the from the background that supports it anyway. And then the energetic support and the aim of all of your energy and willpower, it's going to be more easily accessed the more and more and more and more that you do it, because you're going to build this energetic focus, not only in here, but energetically too. Um, so there's that external world mundane jazz. But then every one of us has difficulties that involve our inner worlds. I'm talking our emotions. I'm talking difficulties that we have from our past. Um, Once again, if you say no, I'm pretty good with everything that I've ever been through and whatnot, then one, you did a lot of work and good for you. Or two, you're not looking at it the way that you should. Or three, you're lying. So basically, anything that take an inventory of yourself, take stock in like anything in your life that emotionally activates you or something that bothers you. There's always something that can be done about that. You can do some like dream time work, intentionally going into a dream about it. You can meditate on that particular issue. You can work with some spirits to help resolve the difficulties with calling up a memory or dealing with some event in your past or some emotional pattern that you might have, because no one's perfect, and there's always something that can be worked on, whether you're working with a spirit, you're just doing a simple spell for it, maybe you just want to do it once and see how that works. There's always something that magic can be done for. So moral of the story is, look at your inner world and your external world and what's going on there, and every single thing that everything that you think about that is negative or something that's negatively affecting you, you can do magic towards it. I don't care how small it is, I don't care how big it is. Same thing with the external world. Every action that you're taking, especially stuff that where you're putting your energy out there through work or something like that, or any projects you're trying to do, there's always a way that magic can support that. So if you're in a rut, like I have been, where you're reading a whole bunch and you're like, I don't really have anything that I want to do magic for. Well, there's plenty of options, there's plenty of opportunities, and all you got to do is sit down, take a minute, take a look at your internal world and be honest, and take a look at your external world and see what's going on and plan little, small things. They could be rituals that take maybe 5 or 10 minutes or so. And even aside from all that, which that was like the main point of this entire idea that I came up with at 6 o'clock in the morning, but not only can you just do magic for the sake of like pushing certain things in your life, whether they be internal or external, but you can also just do regular ritual practice. I'm talking meditation, I'm talking casting circles, I'm talking energy work, that simple stuff. It's all the upkeep. So not only do you always have something you can do magic for, but you can always be practicing those basic skills. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Drop stuff in the comments, and email me if you guys have any questions, comments, complaints, concerns, issues. Check out any of my books, the links to which you can find down below, and same thing with all of my classes on Udemy. Good hunting. Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.